This Guy's Podcast. I'm the Stone Pony, Davante Stone, in my beautiful city of Chicago. You know I love Chicago. And my special guest, Mr. Chicago. I can say that because he is a Chicago artist that has been in the business for a long time. And I'm talking about the one and only Slique Jay Adams.
What's up, Doc?
My man.
How you feeling, man?
I'm good.
Long time?
Long time.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm glad to have you here on This Guy's Podcast.
It's an honor to be here with you, brother.
It is great because I was with you the other day.
Yeah.
We were having a listening party.
I'm glad you came, too.
Oh, it was great because I was like, I got to get out. Our girl, Lisa, I was like, I'm like, okay, Lisa, I'm coming. She's like, you got to come are you coming? I'm like, yes, Lisa. Lisa called you 100,000 times.
Yeah.
But she means well, one of the best executive producers for a long time. But I said I would not miss that performance and it was just great to be in the house.
A lot of love.
A lot of love, Jay.
There was a lot of love in the building.
A lot of love in the building, and there was a reason for that because, bro, you are Chicago. And I was reading something, Jay, that I did not know. Your birthday, you are a Leo.
Yeah.
Your birthday is August 11th, bro. My birthday is August 1st.
Come on, baby.
Come on. I knew it. It had to be something. It's our season.
Yeah.
It's Leo season, for those who don't know. Yeah. You're a Leo, you're from Chicago, and just checking you out, bro, a lot of people don't know. I was like, this man, him and I have a lot in common because you on the west side. You spent time on the west side growing up.
And
now in the south side. Same here.
And then as an adult, I, started making my own adult moves and moved north for like 10, 12 years.
For 10 to 12 years, and the north side is a whole different type of.
I'm a Chicagoan. When people say, hey, what side of town you from? All of them.
All of them. So do you root for both teams, Sox and Cubs?
I do. I'm a Chicagoan.
Okay, all the way.
Yeah, all the way.
If you had to pick one, Joe Jay, if you had to pick just one.
I'm going to go with Sox.
Oh, y'all heard it.
Only because I love the black and white Sox hat.
I do too. I love that. I love it. It's
not
so cold.
Much the thing because I think Wrigley Field, the atmosphere up there, man, is crazy.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
It's like being in another world. So
it is, and those fans are just amazing too. And they got.
I can't pick a side. I only pick Sox because of the hat.
I will not let you pick that side today. Then y'all heard them. But you and I both on a lot of similarities with that. And then I know that from your background, just reading because this great voice that you have.
Thank you.
Because you have a talented family.
Yeah.
You have a talented family. Your dad. Can I talk about some of the people in your family who a lot of people don't know are your grandparents, people that were singers?
Yeah, my whole family, my grandparents, my dad, they had a band back in the day called The Fugitives, him and his siblings. And right now, it just passed on to us with me and my little brother. Well, all of my siblings are very musically inclined.
Is that right?
But my youngest brother is a very popular guitar player. I say he the best in the world, and the world agrees with me.
Is that right? So he plays. Was he play bass or?
He plays bass too, but he's known for being a lead guitarist. His name is Isaiah Sharkey. He played with John Mayer.
Yes.
He played with D'Angelo, Patti LaBelle. The list goes on. And he's about to do an album with the great George Benson.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable. He won a Grammy with D'Angelo. So my musical background is definitely family oriented.
It's family oriented and something special because you have. And what? Is this only just you and your brother? Two?
Well, that's doing it professionally.
Just doing it professional. Okay.
Yeah, but all of my siblings are talented.
Yeah. When did you know? Because now you came out. For those who don't know, you bust out on the scenes in 2009.
That was with the solo, but I'm going to take you back.
Come on, take me back, Jay.
Because you don't remember.
Come on, don't. Oh, God. And we go back, y'all.
I was just entering high school, and I was with a group that lived in Maywood called Entourage.
Yes, I do.
You were on the radio.
Yes.
And we were young kids trying to make it.
This is true.
And somehow we connected with Davante Stone.
Yes, Entourage.
And you
always,
said,
yes.
man, I will help you guys in any way I possibly can.
A long time ago. Jeez.
Yeah, so you was able to get us in a few festivals.
Yes, sir.
Things that you were actually hosting for the radio station.
But I remember, though, too,
park.
you all, because, see, at that time, and people don't know, like Chicago, it's a lot of talented people, but then you all had a unique sound.
Yeah.
And there was something that needed to be, and I felt like people needed to hear it.
Yeah.
Or to be like, who is Entourage?
We did we did things that was different at that time, which we like to call rap scatting. Mm-hmm. It's a song I wrote called Page Me, and the Bad Boys that was on GCI, they actually used that as their theme song.
That's right.
And
people don't know the Bad Boys, Mike Love is
It's really what people do now, but I was doing it, what was that, 97?
97, 98.
Yeah, so it wasn't really popular. But if you look it up on YouTube, it's under Entourage. It's called Page Me, and it's, I've been watching you and peeping you and wondering if a brother can creep with you. We was really like, and that was back then. People was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, exactly.
What do you got? And now everybody does it. So
it's weird though, right? How things kind of catch on and people want to mimic certain things. Yeah. What's up with the rest of the Entourage, the guys? You like?
We all like brothers.
Yeah.
One of the group members passed away in 2000 though.
Really, bro?
Which kind of led to us kind of just being young and dispersed. We was kids.
Yeah.
But the other three guys are doing real good. One lives in Texas, another lives in Georgia. Shout out E-Dub and Magic.
E-Dub and Magic. Hey, what we gonna do?
What we gonna do? Yeah.
I love it. A lot of hit singles. A lot of hit songs.
Yeah.
My body, Addicted.
Started as local classics, and because they were stepping songs, they traveled beyond my reach, which has been pretty cool for me. Because in this hard climate, to put out music and you don't have a label, it's kind of what it is.
Talk about that real quickly, because you guys started off as a group. At that time, even radio has changed, and people don't know the industry has changed, and how you put out music, how music is streaming now. Who would have known how big podcasts would have been? Because I remember when podcasts first came out, and I was like, that's not going to be anything. And I remember saying this. I was telling people, like, a podcast? And this was years ago.
Yeah.
And then it's totally different now. And how you get a record played, and how do you promote that song? And people don't understand the work that goes into that.
It's a lot of work.
Talk about that though, Jay.
It's a lot of work trying to promote music, because like anything, the only thing that hasn't changed as much is still cost. When you want to really get out in promotion, whether you're paying someone who really works social media really well, or paying somebody to use their studio to do a podcast.
That's right.
It still costs, but it takes a lot of work. So
it takes a lot of work, but having those resources and the people that can kind of steer you in that kind of direction. Because I think that now, if a person wants to be an artist, what kind of time what would they experience now though, Jay, coming up? I mean, I'm not talking about, because we don't know Chance. Chance did a little something in the beginning, how he was able to get his music out underground and then kind of blossom in from there. But how would you do that now if you are an artist and you may have a talent and you don't even know how to do it?
I say this all the time, and you know it. It's a lot of luck, man. It could, Chance made it one way.
Yep.
Me knowing Chief Keef and his manager years ago, they did it another way. That was organic, where it was like a high school beef, and all the kids were on the phone watching the video, so the views were going up, and that's kind of before YouTube really took control of the whole going viral thing. So It's a lot of different ways to get it done.
It used to be a time where you were trying to get a song played. You can't sometimes even get an interview.
No.
On the radio station, I was trying to tell people, it's like different, especially if you're not a signed artist.
Yeah, and then now, when the internet wave took over, a lot of people were under the assumption that, hey, radio doesn't mean anything anymore. You don't necessarily need radio, which is true. But radio is in every car.
It's in every car.
Every single car.
Yep.
Radio is still a great vehicle that you can use to promote your music. And a key example just of late was October London. He didn't break on the internet. He didn't have 1 million followers. He didn't do all the things that go viral. Snoop just said, hey, I got you, and flooded the radio with some good music.
And sometimes the music, you can be an artist, but the music, if it's not the type of vibe, because I remember back in the day with Elroy, it's like if it wasn't that type of a GCI feel, because there was so much of an identity back when we had radio. Now you could listen to it and be like, man, who is that?
Yeah.
What is that? You know what I mean? Because it definitely has changed and it's evolving, but my goodness. But I agree with you. Radio's always going to be around. Commercial radio's always going to be around. You can't get rid of it. Just saying, it's such a dynamic. But man, I'm really happy that your career has taken you where it has and the success that you've had. And let's kind of talk about this new one because you write,
Right.
you arrange, you produce, you do it all. You're the one-man band.
Yeah.
So talk about the inspiration behind your new single, which is, and we're gonna take a look at it, which is entitled "Brown Liquor."
Yeah.
Which is getting a lot of traction.
So it just hit my spirit. Number one, I love brown liquor. I love all liquor.
I heard that they bring it in yet. Is it here? Is it here? I love brown liquor.
But in being a songwriter, I said, wow, this is a cool title, number one. And I'm like, okay, I'm a very soulful singer. So when you think soulful, bluesy, you think of that old Delta, Mississippi lounge kind of atmosphere, and there was a lot of brown liquor in there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a down-home thing. And then just penning the song was a metaphor about me loving a woman like I love my brown liquor. You know, meaning when you think Top Chef liquor, you think how smooth it goes down, how it makes you feel.
Yes.
And so, okay, I said, yeah, I love you like brown liquor because you're so smooth. You gets me high, you blow my mind. Yeah. So,
all of the above.
All of the above. So it's a lot of little things behind brown liquor. So it's a hip hop driven beat that I because I'm a Dr. Dre fan. I wanted that whole West Coast vibe.
Yeah, it's dope.
And then I just put the real soulful, eclectic live instrumentation because I thought that was key.
Yeah.
So it's real bass guitars, real lead guitars, it's real Rhodes, real horns.
Real horns.
Live horns.
Yeah, because you don't get them live horns these days. You don't really get a lot of. It's so crazy how the people are becoming like just mainstream overnight successes. I'm like, how are y'all doing it? I'm so tired of hearing certain songs that people would use it. And I know I'm old school, but auto-tune, like I was telling people back in the day, I was trying to explain to someone, they were like, I'm like, bro, it's been out a while with Roger and Zap, but back in the day when you guys are listening to, I mean, Computer Love and I Want to Be Your Man, and like, people like the samples, I'm hearing people like, those guys, they did it originally.
Yeah.
But then when you hear it on every song or every single, it becomes to the point like, can't you do anything different?
Right. And that was another challenge when I decided to get back in the studio and make music. I didn't want to do anything trendy. I'm like, what can I do that would be different?
Yes.
And could push the genre of music forward, not just R&B or soul, but just music, period. And that's making live instrumentations. That's really giving my proper perspective on how I see music. And that's why when you hit an album, when it dropped, oh man, it's incredible. A lot of live instrumentation. Yet I still kept it with a hip hop edge because that's who he is.
Because that's what you do, though. That's what you do. And then, like, when I don't think when you mentioned people don't know that Chicago is a big stepping town. What I mean by steppers, I mean these guys do it a different way. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say it now. I've never been able to really step, bro.
Me either.
I can't do it. I admire people that do it, and I see them. You know, we see them. We're some great couples and some teachers.
And when I thought I could. The real steppers told me, no, you're not doing that right. I thought it was just,
this is,
that's what it looks like.
It looks like that way.
Like, no, you got to count in 5, 6. And I'm like, man, I lose my cool trying to.
You're trying to get it together. So I kind of stand back and I'm looking.
And it's funny because, being from Chicago, that's part of the culture. My parents stepped.
Yes.
So I never did it. And then when I was creating music, initially your body and addicted to songs that's real popular in the stepping community. Right. I didn't make for the stepping community because I didn't know it existed. I was just making some feel-good music. And then my phone started ringing like, hey, could you come perform at this stepper set? And we're doing the world largest in California. And can you come perform? And I'm like, whoa, this is a real thing.
Right.
And so I started performing in that whole little stepping community. And I was like, okay, maybe I can cater a few more songs to these people too.
Yeah, and you have.
They like to see me perform.
Exactly, and I'm sure your phone was blown because everybody loves those two singles, Your Body and Addicted. You guys, if you have it, if you're just kind of like figuring it out, it's on YouTube. You can check my man out. It's also he's on Spotify too.
Yeah, all platforms.
All platforms. Yeah. And check out Jay. So Jay, when is the album going to drop?
June 21st.
So this is great.
The week of Juneteenth.
Yes. Juneteenth.
Yeah, and it's only that 21st because music drop on Fridays.
Yep.
So I said I'll put it out on a Friday.
There you go. Let's kind of talk about a couple things. A lot of crazy stuff happening. In our day and age with social media, there's so many sound bites, there's so many quick little, and people don't know the whole story, or they may even see that one short, and this is what we live by.
Right.
But it's been a lot of drama. And
Always.
Even more so drama, and I'm so like, I don't know really what to make of the P. Diddy thing. I don't really know what to make of the P. Diddy thing as much as because, just knowing Sean and knowing people that went to school with him and how. And I was really surprised the other day. Well, really not much a surprise, but just recently, Howard University just revoked his doctorate that they gave him. But man, is it something underlining? Because I saw 50 Cent on one of the shorts the other day. They called him and said, "What do you think?" They said, "What do you think about?" He's like, "Oh, he's in trouble."
Yeah.
He said something to that kind.
They never really got along. 50 actually wrote songs for Diddy before he was actually 50 Cent. So that's a whole nother personal relationship that we don't know why they're beefing. Mm-hmm. Could be money, which is always a good reason. But since I've been singing in the actual entertainment community, it's always been rumblings of what Diddy was doing, what he shouldn't have been doing, and me knowing a few artists and knowing how the game works, he never really did great business. And so none of this that's going on is shocking me, none whatsoever. What did shock me, however, was about a year ago. He said, "I'm going to change my name to Brother Love."
Brother Love.
And he did something that I can't remember it being done, but he said, "I'm giving all of my artists their publishing back," which is huge because that's all you have as an artist, as a songwriter. That's how your grandkids, great-grandkids will forever, eat off of the works you've done. Mm-hmm. Other than that, that's why you see a lot of artists still working jobs.
Yeah.
You don't know it, but it's a lot of struggling artists because the major labels, the first thing they take is the publishing.
They take the publishing.
And for him to give it back was very shocking, but I didn't know it was because it was leading up to him knowing, obviously. Mm-hmm. So maybe he was like, either he was saying, let me do some nice gestures, or he was saying, hey, if I go down, I can't keep this, no way. And hey, here Faith, here 112, here Mace,
Take a little of that, take a little of this.
Get y'all publishing. He gave it all back, which is rare. So now, if you don't know how important publishing is, now when people use that music in commercials, they'll get the residuals.
Instead of
when it's used in a movie or they want to put it out, they want to remaster it and repackage it. That's very important. A cool example is Ashanti. She didn't own her publishing, so she went back in the studio, re-recorded those same songs over again so she can own the masters and all of that crap. Yeah. But
it's important, though. And Michael Jackson.
Genius.
Michael was smart.
Gangster.
People don't know. He had bubbles and all of this, but he
was like a mobster.
Yeah.
The moves he made, most people couldn't and haven't made since then. This guy owned half of Sony.
Yes.
Which controls Beyonce, which controls Mariah Carey, which he owned the Beatles, which controlled Little Richard. And Mike.
I like what you said about the gangster, the mobster.
Yeah. He had that persona of being very soft-spoken. Such a gangster move.
I like how you did that.
Yeah.
We miss Mike. We miss Mike a lot.
Donald Trump.
Michael Jackson and Joe. What are the rest of the names? Tito, Bubbles. Bubbles. I saw something the other day. Bubbles is still living, guys.
Wow.
Bubbles is still living. Now, I didn't say how.
Bubbles outlived Mike.
Bubbles has outlived Michael Jackson. But that's some real stuff. You got to look it up. I want us to check out about this. This is the single. This is Brown Liquor. Give me some of those lyrics. Just kind of like.
I love you like brown liquor.
Yeah.
Gets me high. I love you like brown liquor. You blow my mind. I love you like brown liquor. You're so cool. I love you like brown liquor. I can't get enough of you.
Yeah. All right. Here's Brown Liquor. Jay Adams. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, chilling.
What can I get you?
Let me get some Templeton Rye.
Okay, you want that on the rocks, neat?
Neat, yeah.
Neat, okay.
Yeah.
How's your day going?
It's going pretty good.
Good.
Just chilling, yeah.
All right. You come here often?
It's my first time. I'm thinking about performing here.
Oh, you're performing?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you do?
Sing.
Okay, I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, hope you stick around.
Of course.
What time you get off?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. On a regular basis, though, what time you usually work?
Oh, normally until about midnight.
Oh, okay, yeah. You'll be able to catch us then.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Say, baby, pour me another shot. Yeah, neat, no chaser. Nah, feel so good. Now we can talk over shots of the Johnny Walker. We learn each other, just remember what I taught ya. And while we catching his vibe, I'm starting to feel so live. While you're riding down Lakeshore Drive with me, a double shot of the Henny and set the mood. The top shelf will make me feel like you is smooth. So I treat you royal like crown, baby. Cause you're my baby. I love you like brown liquor. Gets me high. Your love is like brown liquor. Blows my mind. Your love is like brown liquor. You're so smooth. Your love is like brown liquor. Can't sing to get enough of you. I just need a shot of your loving to fill me up. Pour another round of you, now that's smelling in my cup. What? And baby, if you don't drink, it's cool. Cause all I need is me, another glass of you. I'll go for a night on the town. It's whichever one of you prefer. Cause I'm getting down with the brown. I'm getting down with her. Oh, I love you like brown liquor. Gets me high. Your love is like brown liquor. It blows my mind. Brown liquor. You're so smooth. Brown liquor. Can't seem to get enough of you. Sex, baby, give it to me. Go ahead, give it to me. Give me that sexy sex, baby, give it to me. Go ahead, give it to me. Give me that sexy sex, baby, give it to me. Go ahead, give it to me. Give me some of that brown liquor. Gets me high. Brown liquor blows my mind. Brown liquor. You're so smooth. Brown liquor. You don't know. Ooh, baby. What you do to me? Yeah. Oh, well,
Sorry. What can I get you?
Another drink?
Hey, brown liquor.
That's all we need.
Man.
And disclaimer, a lot of people think when I say brown liquor, I'm only talking about dark liquor. But tequila drinkers.
Come on,
Añejo
break it
is
down.
brown.
Break it down. I love that.
Reposado's a little.
Come on. I like the
So-
Nejo.
So,
Love Nejo.
open your mind. Brown liquor.
Come on. That's it. Bro, I am happy that you came. I am happy that you're
I'm happy
here.
that I came.
I am, and I
got
just
a great
know
crew.
we have a great crew.
You're legendary.
and
I
you're
appreciate you.
and you're the
You've
star.
always helped me since the beginning.
This guy, I appreciate you
Since
though,
the
Jay.
beginning, brother.
And thank God that Chicago, you're a Chicagoan. We're Chicago.
To the bone.
It's totally different. You can go anywhere, and you've been everywhere.
You're right.
But I'm just saying, Chicago is home, and Chicago
place
always
like it.
embraces you.
No place like
No place like it. So let's kind of talk about. We know that the album drops on June
21st.
June 21st.
Yeah.
You can actually. How do we follow you?
Slique Jay Adams. That's JAY
Mm-hmm.
Adams.com. And if you go to my website, everything else is history, or you can Google it.
Yeah.
Slique Jay Adams.
You still going by Slick? Because I know you by Slick. Because some people's like
Yeah,
formerly, you know, you hear
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
formerly Slick. You know, well, how
Yeah.
did? And before we
Yeah,
do this,
yeah.
how did Slick come about?
As a kid growing up in the early 90s, you know, you got those old uncles. Hey, you a little slick kid, and,
Yeah.
and so the name sticks. And then, you know, growing up in a impoverished area,
Yeah.
low income area, you think, okay, when I make it, I want everybody to know me. And so nobody knew James, so I was like, oh, they'll know Slick, and that was just something. It just kind of stuck. You know, it's a little old school, but that's the truth.
That's some good old school. That's like I kind of felt like maybe no one knew Davante. It was like, who is this guy? Stone.
Stone
The
Pony.
pony, and then kind of like, but this guy, man, it's good having you by here, bro. I'm so glad, guys. You can need to follow on all social media platforms. So how do we go there?
SliqueJayAdams.com. You can get there.
What about
You can book
YouTube?
me there. You
Hey,
can see me there.
He needs subscribers too on YouTube. He's got we need everyone to subscribe. Subscribe to this guy's podcast. Subscribe to.
It's real music. It's live music. It's soulful music. It's hip hop driven. It's cool. It's me. Slick.
It's Slick. Jay Adams on this guy's podcast.
This guy's podcast.
Hey.
The legend Davante Stone.
This guy, Slick. Jay Adams. What are we gonna do with this guy? I don't know. We love him. We love him.